Work permit renewal is moving faster. Your green card case is finally being scheduled. Visa bulletins are actually inching forward, and lawyers are talking more about planning than about emergencies. That is the picture many professionals are now describing for U.S. immigration in 2026. Not perfect, but more stable, more predictable, and more data-driven than it has been in a long time. This report from USA Law Guide focuses on that positive shift, especially for people who have been waiting for years and want to understand what stability really means in practical terms. The first major theme is predictability. In earlier years, processing times swung up and down sharply, interviews were delayed by global events, and it was difficult for families and employers to plan ahead. By contrast, the 2026 environment is defined much more by consistency. Cases are still complex, but the system is functioning in a steady rhythm, allowing applicants and their advisors to make realistic timelines for work permits, green cards, and visas. That change alone is a huge benefit for families deciding when to move, students planning when to start school, and businesses trying to decide when a new hire can actually begin. One of the clearest examples of this improvement is the Employment Authorization Document, or work permit. Processing times for EADs, especially renewals, have come down significantly, helped by better staffing and smarter workflows inside the agencies. Just as important, the policy of automatic extensions, often up to 540 days for eligible categories, continues to serve as a critical safety net, allowing many workers to keep their jobs and maintain their driver's licenses while a renewal is pending. This means fewer sudden job losses, fewer interruptions to health insurance, and less fear about an unexpected gap in status because of a paperwork delay. The growing use of electronic filing and online case tracking has also made the work permit process more transparent. Green card processing is another area where, honestly, the system's renewed capacity is really visible. USCIS and related agencies are now handling a higher volume of both family-based and employment-based green card cases than in the immediate post-pandemic years, and there is an unmistakable effort to reduce the backlogs that built up during that period. Many applicants who, felt stuck for a long time are now reporting movement. Interview notices are arriving, requests for evidence are being resolved, and final decisions are being issued. In simple terms, the green card pipeline is not frozen, it is flowing. At the same time, enforcement policy in 2026 is clearer and more focused, which offers a different kind of reassurance. Current guidelines concentrate resources on individuals with serious criminal convictions or genuine national security concerns rather than on broad, unfocused enforcement against people whose main issue is being out of status or waiting in a long line for their application to be processed. For law-abiding immigrants who are working, caring for families, and staying engaged with their cases, the practical risk of deportation remains historically low. This does not mean that rules can be ignored. Everyone is still expected to respect the law and keep information current. Visa Bulletin movement is another technical but very important sign of health. In 2026, many categories, especially in the family preference columns and in employment-based second and third preference, have shown gradual but real forward movement. For those who follow the bulletin month after month, even small advances are meaningful because they translate into real opportunities. The bulletin is also being used in more sophisticated ways by lawyers and applicants because the underlying system has become more data-driven. Better published statistics and clearer projections mean that forecasting priority dates is more accurate than it was, allowing families to decide when to prepare documents, when to update medical exams, or when to adjust employment plans. Alongside these operational changes, one of the most important developments in 2026 is cultural. Immigrant communities are increasingly turning to official information and licensed professionals instead of rumors. Agencies have invested in clearer websites, online tools, and public guidance. And, many community organizations now emphasize education based on verified sources. At the same time, there is a strong push to warn people against notarios or unlicensed consultants who promise guaranteed results or inside connections. These unofficial operators can cause serious harm, filing incorrect forms, missing deadlines, or giving advice that damages a person's future options. In a stable system, the best way to succeed is to follow the real rules using USCIS.gov Department of State Resources and qualified immigration guidance rather than chasing shortcuts. That message is becoming more widely understood, and it is an essential part of protecting families from scams. If you were seeing some of these changes in your own case, or if you were just starting to explore your options and you want more calm, structured explanations like this, take a moment to subscribe to U.S. Immigration Hub and share in the comments which part of the immigration process you are most interested in. The takeaway is not that challenges have disappeared, but that the environment is more navigable. Work permits are renewing more smoothly with strong protections from automatic extensions in key categories. Green card backlogs, though still present, are being reduced through higher case volumes and more efficient processes. Enforcement guidelines continue to prioritize genuine threats while leaving space for law-abiding applicants to move forward. Visa bulletins, while still complex, are progressing and supported by better data, making long-term planning more realistic. And perhaps most encouraging of all, more people are choosing to rely on official information and professional guidance instead of fear-driven rumors. In this kind of landscape, your best strategy is to stay informed, keep your documents organized, monitor your categories, processing times and priority dates, and act promptly when opportunities open, such as filing for adjustment when your date becomes current.